Greetings Multiverse, I'm here with the review of episode 3, my reactions to The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower, Superman and Lois, episode 3. It was really good, I really much enjoyed it, I'm really digging this series so far. It's really not quite what I expected, and that's a wonderful thing. It still feels Man of Steel inspired, it still feels that they're trying for something more realistic with Superman, all the other characters. Lois Lane is becoming more of a major part of it. Her investigation basically drove this episode, apart from Clark trying to be a good dad. There wasn't actually that much super heroics in it. There's a brief bridge moment right at the start, which is really cool. That was almost completely over and done with, and that was pre-credits, and beyond that Superman doesn't appear until right at the very end, which we'll get to. That is a very geek out moment, the very ending of the episode. But in general, this wasn't really a Monster of the Week episode. I was terrified that was what was going to happen after it was obvious that Captain Lex Luthor wasn't going to be in this episode after the last two episodes he was such a big part of. But I was worried they were going to go into some sort of Monster of the Week thing where they'll have brand new villains every week, or just something that Supergirl or The Flash or Arrow or any others do when they're not doing their overall storyline. And I was terrified that was going to happen. It didn't. In fact, in general, there wasn't a villain this week other than perhaps Morgan Edge, who didn't feature at all. They've lost one of their cars thanks to it being blown up by some mysterious assailant. Again, I'm going to get to it. Okay, let's talk ending just because I want to get to that part. There was a mysterious assailant, some sort of henchman of Morgan Edge or private investigator or something. He stood up to Superman. That was the big shock. I thought he was just going to be a regular guy. At least the strength of Superman. He didn't stand up to any of Superman's other powers, but he still could stand toe to toe with him. And then beyond that, the ending, this guy got killed seemingly by a Kryptonian. There is a Kryptonian on Earth. Another one. Could it be Feora or Ursa? So it could be either of them or someone completely new. Where are these powers of Superman coming from? Could they be Kryptonian, or could they just have heat vision? One of them has super strength. Could be some sort of genetic experiments to give humans Kryptonian powers. All of this is possible. Being instigated by Morgan Edge. It's all possible. It's all intriguing. And does it have anything to do with Lex Luthor? Either of them. Beyond the Superman stuff, it's pretty much all about Superman and the boys connecting. Jordan joins the football team and seemingly is good at it, which will presumably get him some conflict with Jonathan, who's meant to be the one who's good at and likes football. It's interesting what's going on with them. It's interesting how they're dealing with all this, and they're moving forward, and they seem to be dealing with this, but obviously there's going to be more issues coming up. Yeah, they took issue with their dad having super hearing and helping them out and spying on them. Lois had to have a good talk with him about, what happened when she found out that he was spying on her all the time. Privacy issues with Superman, which you never really think about until you think, wait a minute, you can hear and see me wherever I am on Earth. And if you're Lois Lane, that must be quite creepy. The surprising standout of the show seems to be Sarah Lang. Jordan obviously has a thing for. She's split up from her boyfriend, but she seems to be suffering from deep depression. A lot of it has to do with her family, which seems to be completely messed up. And she's a really interesting character. It's interesting that the show is tackling this issue, teen depression. It's terrifying to tackle, but I'm glad the show is. And if the show's going to have a character going through depression, and if the show handles it sensitively, realistically and believably, I'm all for it. God, brilliant. Brilliant, I'm glad they're doing it. So on a lighter note, Superman being dorky, or Clark Kent and Superman being dorky, is my favourite thing. It doesn't happen that much in the show anymore. The rare occasion that it does, whether it's the Fleischer Superman suit, or Clark pretending to struggle a water barrel, it's the funniest thing. I just remind you that this show isn't completely 100% Man of Steel influence. There is a little bit of the Donner ones in there too, which I really love. This is influenced by sort of all eras of Superman. But yeah, another excellent episode of Superman and Lois there. We've got one more episode to go before the show disappears for 2 months, and that is really, really, really the worst part about this. I mean, I realise it's pandemic related, but it's still, that really sucks. 4 episodes and then it's off for 2 months. Alright, fine, I'll be here. I'll be throwing in clips from Supergirl and Flash and Batwoman, I'm sure. We've got Zack Snyder's Justice League, so I'll be watching that over and over and over again every week from next week onwards. So I'm quite covered in the watching things department. In a way, Superman Lois picked a good time to get lost. But I'm going to be enjoying watching Supergirl. I enjoy Supergirl, and I'm sad it's coming to an end, but I'm glad we've got a pretty good replacement. I do hope she turns up on the show at some point, possibly in season 2, just to let you know that she actually is there and she is part of their family. Yeah, excellent episode. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and of course share the video wherever you can, like and subscribe to DC Comics Gamer for everything on the worlds of DC. This all really helps me out. I've got a lot coming up with the Justice League 2 storyboards. I've been really digging into them and finding all the various questions that they potentially answer. What happened to Dr. Poison from Wonder Woman regarding the lost kingdom of Atlantis, the Legion of Doom, who was the villain of Ben Affleck's The Batman. It's all really interesting stuff, and I'm digging into it. And I'll probably be carrying on even beyond Zack Snyder's Justice League being released next week. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, thanks for watching, folks. Back for next week. You know it. But for now, Multiverse out.